You know, I think it's about that time again. You already know it's about to be the coldest summer ever, right? Yo, L Streets. Yeah, L Streets. L Streets.
We're coming at you from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, as the Pelicans prepare to take the court. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to the Clippers. And that one, good. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's got to be physical and highly intensified.
The shot's good.
Terrific screen. They ask Reed to do a lot of the little things like that, and he does them all well.
A three from McCollum. Reed with the rebound. Here's Minnesota. It's Young on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Right block shot. It's not going to go for him. Here's Murray. Mr. Williamson. Reed with the rebound. Up top, Edwards. McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
What bounce from McDaniels, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Here's Young. Here's Edwards. The kick out to Young. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Edwards looking it over. That one goes. Counted.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
So, Coach, thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game, sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
Now, here's Reed. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Reed's got his second basket of the game. Pelicans trailed by 5. Here's McCollum. Banked in off the glass.
Well, he's not just a perimeter threat. McCollum is also skilled at finding ways to score inside.
Young fires away from outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Young's got 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Yeah, McCollum is so good at putting his head down and getting where he wants to go.
Minnesota working with a new shot clock. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
A little bit ago, Willie Green and I were able to chat. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
Well, just outstanding positioning and timing by Gobert. He tries to block as many shots as he can.
Deflects the pass. Out to Barrett. Offensive rebound. Here's Messi. Makes it off the glass.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And the basket by Edwards.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Gobert. Back to McDaniels. Here is Edwards. He's covered by Murray. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now, here's Reed. Jackson coming off the... The assist from Young. Reed's got his third basket of the night right there.
And Reed is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Here's Williamson. Back to Barrett. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Timberwolves leading by 6. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Young looking it over. And he makes that one. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
Here's McCollum. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the
21.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And also, they've been draining mid-range jump shots, measuring the defense well, and just taking what they give him.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, we're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Inside, shoots it, and it's McGee with the jam.
And the unselfishness there by Horford. You know, he sees a better opportunity and finds his teammate.
Alvarado kicks it out to Jones. Launches a three. Again, the miss by Jones. Timberwolves leading by 11. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Pass to Alvarado. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Number 4, Dennis Smith Jr.
Clock at 6. Outside, Jones. No good on the three. Timberwolves leading by 13. To the inside. It's stolen by Jones. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Smith.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
It's up a three. And the Pelicans miss again.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hits the three-point bomb. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high-percentage looks.
Can they get it? Rebounded by the Timberwolves. That one, no good.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Stolen by McGee. To the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Back to Horford. Pass to Smith. Five to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. And Jones pulls it down. Pelicans trailed by 18. It's stolen by Smith. Left side, Miller. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. Now here's Horford. Minnesota again turning it over. Here's Alvarado. No scoring in this one. Here's Jones. Driving in. Comes up empty down low.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He gets it in there. DiVincenzo's got 7 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And Barrett has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Williamson outside. Shoots a fader. Minnesota with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a coach.
They need this one. Barrett. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Personal foul.
So quick and decisive. Barrett's speed and fearlessness is hard to match up against when you're defending.
And so Barrett nails both of them. Timberwolves leading by 18. Edwards with it. Picked up by Barrett. Smith outside. For three, Edwards. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Here's Williamson. The layup off target. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Minnesota on top as they wrap up the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Minnesota leading by 21. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And the 3 ball is good.
They're getting a lot of their...
Tryna beef with like me, won't turn this in the blitz day. She try to ask me what time it was, I don't know, but I hold in my wrist, ayy. Waving the left. Song still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car, it's like 250. Stand on all 10 and ain't a soul that's gonna take from me. I done life be fairy tale, they be make believe. If I tell her I'll be right back, yeah, she gon' wait for me. I love model every name from A to Z. Yeah, these got me. How the these mad at me cause I got rich? They mad at me cause these went broken, they need fix. They ain't give me nothing, I ain't giving no grown man. These handshakes getting weirder and weirder. Look at every man eye to eye, I don't fear them. These little act worse than I ain't buy my other the purse in a minute. I ain't take a pretty to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on earth in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been to church in a minute. Crosses on my pants, I'm a Christian for real. Vixens for real. At the end of it, I stand on business for real. Throw it like money over for real. I know how I feel to be discreet, so bang, roll, count, small, gotta beef it up. It's forever with us.
We are live, the home of the Raptors in wonderful Toronto. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Raptors. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now, here is Young. Plays it up and banks it in. Young's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Minnesota. Pass to Dick. Back to Ingram. Screen by Pirtle. And it's Ingram missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A fadeaway. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes looking around. 2024, Brent, was a momentous year for Scotty Barnes. His first All-Star appearance.
Well, Kevin, an amazing accomplishment for such a young player, but it feels like we're just scratching the surface. There's been so much exploratory with Scotty Barnes. What I'm interested in the maturation process is when Scotty makes winning the most important thing, where he's pushing his teammates and taking on responsibility. That's when he's going to cross over into superstardom.
Edwards with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Reed. And Reed throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Gotta love the control Ingram has with the basketball.
Pass to Reed. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Reed in the post. And he banks in the layup.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Here's Quickly. And rebounded by McDaniels. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Young, no good. Quickly with it. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
All kinds of grit there on the inside from Emmanuel Quickly.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Raptors making the switch here. Minnesota with the ball. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Pass to Pirtle. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
When it comes to interior scoring, Pirtle as efficient as they come.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we talked earlier. The first thing coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. They're worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the Raptors with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 3 on the clock. Not enough on that one as it misses.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Pass to Young. The 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's Reed after the Raptors pick up 2. Pass to Edwards. Shoots a fader. Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's what they're looking for from Edwards. Scoring from all areas of the court, even mid-range, keeps the defense honest.
Here's Mitchell. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Edwards. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Edwards got his second bucket of the night.
And when you watch Edwards, expect him to get a prolific score.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Edwards, that's good. Toronto trailer. Barnes outside. Off target at the rim. 50 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Edwards. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. It's stolen by Edwards. Young in the corner. Back to Edwards. Fades back. That one good for 2. Edwards got 8 points.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, Toronto no luck. Right side, Edwards. Young with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 5. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Now here's Barnes.
You can tell that Horford really helps in altering the shot by sliding over. His presence alone adjusting that one.
We love young Scotty Barnes. He can shoot, he can defend, and he can really pass. Brent, he seems like the ideal wing.
Well, there's a lot of things there, Kevin, that are very good. And you don't become an all-star at that position without those kind of abilities. But the responsibility of playing winning basketball consistently, let's see how that plays out for Scotty moving forward.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Substitution for you.
Raptors trail by 9. Mitchell outside. Here's Abaji. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Abaji's got his first 2 points of the night.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. The 3 ball. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Now, here is Young. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. From 18 feet away, Abaji pulls it in.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Young outside. Pass to McGee. Now here's DiVincenzo. Dick defending. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Brown. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates. Always on time and on target.
Now Young. He has 5. Pocket 6. Around the back and lays it in. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, so quick and twitchy. Young had him go in the opposite direction.
And that one's good, Abaji.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Young inside. Here's Miller. Second chance shot. He gets that one. Miller's got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And here's Young from the arc.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And that one's good, Abaji. Abaji's got 6 in the quarter. Hey, Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
The kick out to Brown. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. The putback. Rebound by Olynyk. Raptors trailed by 7. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. For Toronto, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
Here's Dick. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Edwards. Edwards going all the way.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Abaji. There's the triple. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Dick. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota leading by 8. Edwards inside. 10 points for him. Can't connect from short range. There's Brown with the 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter. And Edwards launches it. Oh, he got it to go.
Bam.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And the first half is now in the books. Timberwolves lead by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing here by 8. And rebounded by McDaniels. And Minnesota has possession. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now Smith, following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. Here's Edwards. Edwards getting the close range, too.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Raptors trailed by 10. And here's Ingram from the arc. The rebound by Edwards.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Chalk up 2 there. Smith's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
That's a pretty gritty play there by Dennis Smith Jr.
Toronto calls timeout. Toronto with the ball. And here is Quickly. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said, there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball, too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it, too. So I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Barnes down low. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Brown. For 3, Ingram. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Smith. And Pirtle sends it back.
Pirtle, a very skilled defender, using that size and length to send that one back.
Minnesota leading by 8. A crossover. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Jakob Pirtle. And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be. You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And Minnesota has possession. The Raptors getting the bucket. Smith feeling it out a bit. Looking for Ingram. He gets it in there. Inside. The kick out to Barnes. Shoots over Reed. And it's good off the back rim and in.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Young outside. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. Young's got 9.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Back to Ingram. Pass to Olynyk. And stolen by Horford. And a deep 3 from Young. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Here's Brown, defended by DiVincenzo. Brown with the bucket. He's got 8.
Yeah, we all raise our eyebrows to the scoring, but Ingram is an assist getter.
Outside, Horford. From outside the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Brown wide open. He fired. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And taken away by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Minnesota in the lead. .35 seconds left to play in the third. Here's DiVincenzo. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. DiVincenzo's got his first points in this one. Here's Abaji. 6 points for him. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Here's DiVincenzo. That one goes. Count it. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be right back.
46.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Young. Turnaround Jay. Rebound by the Raptors.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Swatted by Horford. In terms of defense, Al Horford up there amongst the top.
Young for 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Raptors trailed by 6. And Trae Young hits from deep. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lane. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Master Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Young outside. On the wing. And it goes down 2 points. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
The Raptors call timeout. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. During that last break, I heard what the Raptors coach told to his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Ingram with the steal. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's taken away by Smith. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's McGee. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First one falls for him.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Miller taking 2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Ingram outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And slam dunk by Ingram.
This level when B.I. gets up like that and just stretches out for two.
McGee in the corner. Pass to DiVincenzo. Smith left side. The tray. Miller. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Barnes. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Ingram deciding where to go with it. It's Brown on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from outside.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Raptors trailed by 10. And here's Ingram from the arc. Sinks the triple.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. And he's got to go ahead from three-point line whenever he wants it.
Pass to DiVincenzo. No good that time.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. High post try. Another miss by Minnesota. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Gigantic basket by Barnes. This guy's not afraid.
The free throw off from Barnes. Minnesota leading by 3. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Brown drives in. And Brown throws it down hard.
Go into the rack with energy and to be afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Young's shot is off. Raptors trailed by 3. On the wing, Mitchell. On the wing, Brown. Barnes left side. Off with the layup. And the Timberwolves with possession. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
And Barnes keeping calm under pressure.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the Timberwolves with possession here. It's a 3-point game. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Misses the 3.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
The Raptors call timeout. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Now, here's Mitchell. So they foul intentionally.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. Both shots good from the strike. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
The Raptors call timeout. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Buries the triple. A tremendous three to tie it up. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And here's Edwards from the arc. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
Down low. Here's Gobert. And it's Ingram with the rebound. That's a 2 from Barnes. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Young. Takes it inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got the first basket here in overtime for the Timberwolves. Brown inside the line. Rebound, Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Edwards got 21 in the game.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let it cook.
The Raptors call timeout. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Toronto. Trailing by 4. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Young, right side. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 20.
So tricky there with the floater and a nice touch from Trae Young.
Pass to Ingram. Dick with it. Shoots over McDaniel. Here's Abaji. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Gets the first. That brings them within 5. He hits both from the strike.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Here's Young. And he gets it to go. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Timberwolves leading by 4. And here's Young from the arc. It's rebounded by Dick. Ingram outside. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota with the ball. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Purdy. Young outside. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. First game foul.
Edwards with it. Shot clock at 6. And Edwards with the stuff.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
Here's Mitchell. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for 2.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Toronto with the ball. Dick. That one's not going to go.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And the Raptors miss again. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Dick.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so the Timberwolves take the win, and they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one.
I be running to a check, I be sprinting to a profit. Do the numbers when I want, I'm a cop.
Starlight, it's electric. Starlight, it's electric.